I think the people working there will know. How do they come and land and bring in people? We don't even know the people are coming in. Whether they are the carriers, they just allow them like that. So I'm on the side that they should bring them out and try them and let them bring out those people so that they look into them and find out whether they have the airbag or not. So that will be safe. Thank you very much, Annie.
All right, thank you. Hello, Today 95.1 FM. Good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, what's your name and where are you calling from?
So this is Jeff calling from Horazi.
All right, good to have you.
You know, our governor is an Ikwere man. They love money. Since federal government have never shared money to him, he will do anything possible to make sure, say, he keeps somebody somewhere. So all those people that cross border, why can't they arrest the whole of them? Why can't they parade themselves to that area and arrest them? Leave governor alone, just play politics.
All right, we'll leave him alone. Thank you. Today 95.1 FM, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Please move away from your radio set or turn it off, whatever listening device you're using there.
I'm Chinanya, I'm calling from Diob.
Chinanya, good to have you. Good morning. Go ahead.
Yes. Please, I want to ask, is there anything government, the River State government particularly, put at the airport as to check those flowing in? Since these people are on essential duty, there's nothing like that. So you don't blame those people that are flowing in. You rather blame the government. Thank you.
All right, got your thoughts there too. This here says Governor Nyesom Wike swore an oath to protect and defend Rivers people without fear or favor. It was disturbing for the company involved to undermine the state government because it has a waiver from the federal government without relating well with Rivers state government. Prince Kingsley Echem sent that in. And another here says, I think the federal government should be blamed for not up to now giving Rivers State a share from the COVID-19 funds that have run into billions of naira. Uche Ozogo, you sent that in. So there was no security team on ground to apprehend the workers. The pilots waited for the governor to arrive to be arrested. All this happened at Air Force Base. What a joke. The plans to fight COVID-19 in Rivers State is faulty and not articulated. This lack of synergy between states and federal government will do more harm than good by the time events intensifies. Ade, you sent that in. Good morning, all. The governor's action since the advent of COVID-19 outbreak and subsequent lockdown has been a knee-jerk reaction to issues. Most times, these actions are punitive rather than being corrective and also against public safety. The errors and confusion arising from the imposed curfew, the recent opening of markets within a very short time frame leading to overcrowding and stampede in some cases come to mind. His latest action against coveting helicopters are clearly beyond his powers as the company has not broken any law. Aviation operations is clearly in the exclusive list. The least the governor could have done is to keep a health desk to screen individuals coming into the state through that route. Most of the oil workers are residents of the state here and they have their families here. The ulterior motive of the government is to embarrass the federal government. The money paid to Lagos for COVID-19, which has been a pain to him, is the underlying reason for this action. Coveting helicopters is just an unfortunate pawn in his chessboard. Bethel from Port Harcourt, she sent that in. Hello, Today 95.1 FM. Good morning.
Hello, good morning. My name is Christian, calling from Port Harcourt.
Christian, good to have you. Go ahead.
To be honest with everybody, I never know Wike will be this intelligent to handle the situation of this kind. Throughout this COVID-19 period, I like his policy and not the rest of things. But the only thing I don't like about this is that those people are just victims and they should not be reminded for this long. Actually, we saw what happened in Lagos when this lady was arrested. She was taken to court and the punishment and the crime were just commensurate. You can compare them. Keeping these people for 41 days is not worth it, even if I like his policy. Because this disease that we are crying today came from air. It was people that went out and enter flight and bring it to Nigeria. So now what he's trying to protect is that these people also came from Lagos, which has the highest case in Nigeria. But notwithstanding, I really don't like what the judge did. I'm not blaming Wike because the matter was taken to court, to a magistrate court, and a judge issued that reminder, which is very wrong. Apart from this other issue, federal government have really not done well. They've not done well on this issue. Giving Lagos State alone 10 billion because of they have the highest
All right,
number
then.
of kids.
10 billion going to Lagos State is not the point of conversation, but we got your thoughts. Good morning to everyone in the studio. Governor Wike has done well, but let him go to our land borders, where I'm so sure that a lot of security personnel and civilian defaulters will be caught giving and taking something. This is from Mrs. Essien from Port Harcourt. Good morning, Annie and the guests in the studio. The issue of president not communicating to his citizens is disturbing. Communication is key in any governance. Let our president rise up and communicate with his citizens. Governor Wike is trying his best to contain the virus. Let him keep it up. My name is Ebuka, texting from Ompadek. Good morning, Annie, Ima, and others in the studio. Noinye from Umo by Nomoma. On the pilot's arrest and the company's response, Annie, let me not hear PIM from the management of helicopters company again. How can federal government grant permission for people to be flown from a country and states with high rate of COVID-19 cases in and out of Port Harcourt to drill oil without considering the people in the state for anything, even in the disbursement of oil money, and also risk of infecting the people down here? This federal government should not provoke me this time, Nonye. But I mean, hold on. When he says essential services, it's the same thing we see even in states that have lockdown will still tell you, well, those for essential services should go around. They can go to where they're going to, and they don't stay on the road checking you and checking that this person on essential service is COVID-19 free before they allow you to go. That's what exemption means. That while we're checking everybody, because we know your job is of essence, will allow you to go back and forth. But they will encourage people within that service who feel at any point signs and symptoms or that they have been exposed to that to check themselves in. But that you have a waiver. It's just the same way too that Lagos State is supposed to be on a lockdown, but people for essential services are allowed to go about. Nobody's stopping them on the street and saying, we need to check you. So the same thing to when you have interstate and they say, well, look, exemptions are for this group of people. I would think that means that we allow that they can go in and come as they want. But I also understand that even with aviation laws, you're leaving one place and coming in, there must be a manifest. There must be, even with road transport, there's always a manifest. Who's going in and who's coming in? And if the state government says, well, that's what we need to have that list of who's coming and who's going in, and also that we will have a desk perhaps or somebody on ground who checks real quickly to ensure that you're safe. I don't know how that works because we know that the results don't come in on time. We also know that what that means is that you're supposed to be isolated for 14 days or thereabout. So how then would that allow people from essential services to go about their duties? It's also hampering. Now, if Caverton says, we've been doing this for 7 days, that means that they have been flying people back and forth from wherever, and nobody's stopping them and saying, we need to check your people first and ensure that they are free from COVID-19, because that would take 14 days if they need to be isolated, or a couple of days before they even know what the test results are. So you must put that into perspective when you're looking at what the laws here in River State are and how it covers essential services and people who are working in the oil and gas sector who have gotten the exemption of the federal government. Hello, Today 95.1 FM. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Ali. My name is AB calling from Port Harcourt.
AB, good to have you. Go ahead.
Yes, concerning the matter, if we are looking at it, presidents are not getting it right. I agree with that statement. Buhari, we know, as 2015 when sworn in with his vocal action and whatever. Things fall apart in 2017, and since then, everything has been going backwardness. Both those he said they should submit their report or whatever to ministers, to his answerable to Abakari and whatever view. All this has been going wrong. And what bothered me is the people in APC actually pretending over this matter. And secondly, he intimidated the media not to speak up when things are going wrong. The media should help the populace, at least give us the information needed concerning what is going on in Asoro. As of right now, we don't know where President is as the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces. Boko Haram are still ravaging. Child President and what is our own President doing concerning this matter? What bothers me now, he made a broadcast last week Sunday. That particular broadcast are still trading in the media that the man they broadcasted is not real Buhari.
It is real Buhari.
The center stage, he really broke
We have not seen it in Astro.
We have seen it in Aso Rock.
I
Please
see it.
ignore those people who are selling that statement and that notion. That building or that part of the building is in Aso Rock. There have been pictures that have shown wider capture of what that place is. So don't allow people mess up with your head in that manner. I'll take one more phone call and I want to quickly get to text messages. Hello, today 95.1 FM.
Hello, Annie. Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name?
My name is Promise from Port Harcourt.
Promise from Port Harcourt. Go ahead.
Yeah, greet your guest.
Yeah, morning.
Annie, please, if you can recall back, one of the last broadcast that the governor made when he attacked the president that he has given Lagos 10 billion, and the River State has not received anything. He also said that the president has been flying in people into River State. I don't know if you can remember that. Yeah. And because the money has not been given to him.
He didn't say because the money has not been given to him. That's why
he's trying to.
Okay.
Annie,
your position now is because the money has not been given to him.
This, and if you recall the company that flew people in, he also said they have been doing this for the past 7 days.
Yes.
So now it means that why the governor had to take action now is because he has complained that money has not been given to him, and now these people have done this again. It means the money is where his interest is. Do you understand?
Right.
I don't know why he likes politics a lot. And when he's talking, he will be saying that this one is playing politics. He's the one. He's the real political player in this game.
All right.
And it is very bad for people of River State.
All right. For your thoughts there. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. So let's move on now to, I think I'll take this call. Hello, today 95.1 FM. Yes, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Emmanuel. I'm calling from Wojin, Port